Good morning, travelers. Tara here, Hidden Lotus Tarot, and I'm going to be coming to you today with a Hidden Lotus spread. I want to thank all of you who have inquired about the Akashic Records readings. Those of you who have purchased readings from me, I look forward to working with you. I want to give a shout out to my girl Louisiana Lou, Tanya over at Mystic Souls, Christelle Martinet, Alexandra Tarot. I got a reading from her. Awesome. And another young lady that I just kind of ran into here on YouTube. Her name is Britta McBride. I got a reading from her as well. And she's pretty awesome. I like her a lot. So if you don't know those people, get on over to their channels. Again, that's Britta McBride, Alexandra Tarot. I'm sure all of you know of her. Christelle Martinet, Tanya at Mystic Souls, and again, Louisiana Lou. One thing I'd like to say, the way that my readings, the way that I conduct them, when you purchase a reading and I say to you, okay, well, give me a brief description. This also works for the Akashic Records. It does me no good to hear what another reader told you or another healer told you, because I have to work from a blank slate. So when I say a brief description, just say, look, I've applied for a job and I don't know, I haven't heard anything back. Brief. Because what I have to do, my intuition doesn't work and I don't like it clouded by a lot of information. It tends to taint the readings. And, what one reader may see is something that I don't see. So that's why I tell people, when they say, well, I went to this reader and they did so. I don't want to hear that, because I could be reading on the cards. My cards could tell me something totally different. Okay. And in which case, it doesn't negate what that other reader told you. It's just that my message may be different from what they're telling you. All right. So that's the way that it works for me. Typically, when you email me those long messages like that, if you purchased a reading and giving me the whole thing, I don't even bother to read it, because I have to work from a blank slate. I don't want the reading to be tainted. Anyhow, we're going to do a Hidden Lotus spread today and just kind of see what the messages are. Mars is about to go retrograde here in a few days. Excuse me, it's been raining and my allergies are acting up. So let's see. We're coming up on July 1st. For those of you of the Lou Nation and the travelers out there who are going to be able to make it to the Tarot on the Beach event that Louisiana Lou and I are doing, we look forward to meeting you and seeing you out there. If you don't have cash, don't worry about it. I got a credit card reader. Yay, PayPal. So we will be doing many readings for donations on the beach. So I am looking forward to seeing you. I hope it ain't crazy out there. 4th of July weekend. Oh my God. So anyway, we're going to get started. I have pre-shuffled. I have the Radiant White here as well as the Sibilas. And hopefully the cards will tell us something. I think this Mars retrograde has been really kind of strange, in the sense that, you don't really have the energy to move forward, and maybe things really aren't moving forward. But the sense that I get is that there are things behind the scenes. There is some movement. And I just kind of feel like once Mars goes retrograde, stuff is going to take off. So I don't know. Maybe we need to get rid of, what's the line from All About Eve? Fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy ride. So with Betty Davis, one of my favorite actresses. All right, 9 cards down. Let's see what the cards have to say. Well, home and family life. I'm going to place one more card here. Well, need I say more? Well, right in the center of the spread, we have the Ten of Cups. And, well, first, let me see. I have 2 major arcanas, 1 ace, 2 swords, 2 wands, and sometimes I like to read this as a wand because he's holding a wand in his hand, this magician. And 1, 2, 3 cups. I mean, he represents all of the suits. So 4 cups, 3 wands, 3 swords, and 2 major arcana with the 2 of cups. The 10 of cups in the center. This is a revolving around home and family life. You know, and some people don't have like familial relatives, so perhaps they, have extended family, like, or their friends have become their family. At the top of the reading, we have this 8 of cups. And this is one of the walking away cards, but it is also the card of trying to find a deeper meaning or searching for the deeper meaning in something. It's not that you're not satisfied with the things that you have, but the things that you have don't fulfill you on the level in which you perhaps are needing right now. It's like a spiritual quest or a spiritual yearning, but just, wanting to find something that resonates with you at your core. Now, underneath here, I have the Magician, the 1 card, the beginning. And perhaps you've had to walk away from something or someone or some situation. And if this doesn't represent the home and family life, this 10 of cups, then it represents that thing of being emotionally fulfilled. All right. And the implication is that everything, you're happy and content about everything because you have the house, you have the couple, you have the kids, there's green, fertile land, there's water, the cups in the rainbow are the covenant with the creator of the promise of everything that you ever asked for. But because they're standing on dry land right now, this kind of relates to me. In other words, they're not standing on the grass, okay? They're out dancing in the dirt. And maybe that's why you had to walk away. Because although you may have had this, there's still something missing. Why they're standing on the dirt, okay? On the dry patch of land. Maybe you're projecting that image to the outside that everything's okay, but when really it's parched and it's dry, okay? But now the Magician is coming in to say 2 things, pardon me. First, that it's not, this Ace of Cups comes in as a new opportunity, okay? It is an opportunity for you to plant new seeds to really get a handle on this 10 of Cups. See, the influence is passing away. It's a 10, now it's a 1. Same thing here. It's a 10 and now it's a 1. It went from an 8 to a 10. And like all aces, you have to be in the space physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually in order to take advantage of that, this opportunity that is going to be presented or has been presented to you. Okay? Now this is interesting because as I lay the cards, I go this way, this way, this way, this way, this way, this way. So here I have a searching for something and then walking away, okay, or fights or negative thoughts. Maybe, and typically when I see this card, the person that's here, you'll know if you're the winner or not. But the true question is, are you really the winner? You know, because in a sense, all you're walking away is you're empty with your swords. What do you have, really? So that could be the card of fighting for the wrong thing, feeling attacked, defeated, or on the flip side, someone going, yeah, I proved my point. And then now what? Okay. So there is a new level of energy coming in. That's the word. There's some energy coming in, brand new energy, where you're going to be able to do whatever you want to do. You can control the situation. You have choices. Okay. And the magician is, in a sense, you know, he does tricks. All right. He creates illusions. He creates reality through mind power. Okay. So that means that he's got to practice that. He has to practice it. He has to practice it so that it is seamless, that it seems like no effort. Wow. He can magically make things appear. And this is the energy of the magician coming in. And this energy needs to be harnessed so that we can get to this Ace of Cups. Now, what I have here with this Knight, the Knight of Wands, if this is not a person, then this is a situation, okay? And typically, to me, the Knights read as a situation. If this is a person, this is someone coming back, arriving very quickly. See? Walked away, and someone showing back up. It's attached to these two cards. And maybe when they showed up like this, this is what created this situation of this Five of Swords. But again, the fives speak to an internal conflict. So perhaps when this person or this event happened quite suddenly out of the blue, it brought up some challenges here, internal challenges that were verbalized or communicated. That's what the swords say. Nevertheless, here, coming up, you have an opportunity to, if not apologize to this person or communicate again with this person or forgive this person or try to understand what it is that happened between you, yourself, or how this situation, if it's a situation, something occurring quite suddenly, you know, and it bringing up some challenges for you, then, you know, you're being asked to take a look at that because you really can work it the way that you want. But if you don't, you're going to miss the opportunity again. It's going to turn out to be the same thing. And I think this is why that Nine of Swords has come up, because there's a lot of fears around that. And this is not really fear of the person or the situation. This is your own personal fears, your own demons that you're wrestling with here. The card of, like you said, well, I'm just going to go ahead and look out towards the future and do whatever it is I want to do. But nevertheless, behind you, you still have this. Okay? And this is a card about logic, rationality, and control. This is what the Emperor does. And the Emperor does increase his territories. He's all about the family. He's all about the tribe. All right? But I believe the Emperor, there's some trouble with personal power. That's what these two cards represent. Okay? There's some issues with personal power going on. And it's creating some real issues that, although on the surface, as I say, on the surface, it may not be apparent to everybody else around you. This is the image that you're projecting. But this is really your space at night when you're all alone, you know, locked up in your room or in your house, surrounded by your beautiful things. Okay? But yet you have the opportunity to change that. You can really work it however you want. Now, this person has turned their back on this ace. And something arriving or someone arriving again quite suddenly from east to west, perhaps. This person is walking away from west to east. This is a east to west. So indeed, whenever this person or this situation came, some things happened, some things came up, but they were from the inside. It just seemed to be triggered by this situation or this person coming back quite suddenly. And then we have, the emperor trying to maintain that control in whatever manner that means. And to me, it's about self-control, perhaps someone being a little too harsh, but perhaps they feel they had to be that way. He's kind of giving the magician a side eye. This, you can't really see that. But the emperor's giving the magician the side eye. So, it always depends on who the magician is. Then you want to watch out, because then you want, well, what is their intention? And maybe that's what is the issue going on, is that someone's not clear on who the person is, or perhaps the person is like a mystery to them. They don't understand, they're looking at this person and is what I'm seeing real or is it not? It also could be, does what I feel, is that real or is it not? Again, remember the fives are internal conflict, Nevertheless, let's pull some cards, because I want to see, this is kind of a funny spread. We're going to pull some cards and see what this Knight of Wands is about and this Nine of Swords is about. We see that the outcome is the Two of, now that fell out. That's a female lover, l'amante. So this is surrounding a female lover, or if this is same sex, then the person who would assume the role of the female in the relationship. Here we go. We want to see what the Knight of Wands. Now, I don't know if that means that this person showed up again, or has maybe suddenly come into your life at a time when you didn't expect it. So Spiri, a long time coming, the sighing, the waiting. The Gran Signore, the Lord of the Manor, the Knight of the King of Cups, and the Lemoneo. This is about a relationship, one that is highly spiritual in its connection and very, very, very important. A return, an opportunity, almost as if the cards are saying, you were looking for this. You really were looking for this. Now it's come. I'm actually going to give you a second chance. So what are you going to do about it? So let's take a look at what the Nine of Swords says. On the Nine of Swords, someone giving great thought, letterato, the man of letters. This is someone who is very measured, takes his time doing whatever it is he needs to do. Militare. Now, these are things, sometimes this card can be things under the surface, because as I say, troops and police officers can do undercover work. They can, do black ops, secret troop movements. But it is also the idea of getting caught, a relationship with the what do you call it? With law enforcement. Precious presence. Now it reads two ways. Someone kind of upset or afraid that maybe they got caught, so to speak. Not that they were doing anything wrong. It could be that they really do have an attachment, or they really like this person. They're not showing you that they like you, okay? But they really do like you. And this is bringing up some fear, because maybe they hadn't planned on someone coming into their lives when they did. Because here's a gift. How do you get gifts out of fears? So this is really about an internal struggle. An internal struggle. like it's a hidden gift, and someone is wrestling with that idea, with that concept. Now, I want to look at what's underneath. I don't have to say anything else. That's the Hanged Man. Oh, that Hanged Man. Well, so whatever the situation is, there is a suspension of time around it. Okay. This Two of Cups, I don't want to speculate on what that Two of Cups is. Now, we can look at the imagery and assume that we know what this means. But again, the Two of Cups is any type of relationship where you feel on equal footing. So what am I looking at? I can't really tell you what I'm looking at because the cards aren't really giving me a whole lot of information. On the Two of Cups, leggerezza, Yadro, Vedovo. On the Two of Cups, the card of partnership, union, cooperation on all levels. Now, for some of you, this could possibly mean that it is the end of a relationship. Time is going to tell, and that could be why we have these cards here. And others of you, because the leggerezza, this is not speaking of sex in this is speaking of feelings, sensitivities, a change, and, you know, someone who hasn't forgotten. This is why they keep visiting this. So it could be issues from the past for someone, or maybe someone trying to lay something to rest. Time will tell. All right, that's what I have for you. I hope that message helped you. And in the meantime, have a great weekend. And namaste.